Welcome back to Ironhead Forge, where fire, steel, and sheer stubbornness come together to create legendary blades. Today we're witnessing the grand finale, the moment when all the sweat, frustration, and metal-shaping wizardry come together in one glorious blade. This is the big finish. The last few pieces being assembled, like the closing scene of a blockbuster movie, except with more fire, more steel, and fewer explosions. Probably. The video kicks off with Robert doing the final assembly on this absolute unit of a knife. First up, the guard. He slides it into place and boom, it locks in snugger than a squirrel in a winter coat. No wiggle, no nonsense, just pure precision. Next, the handle. A stacked leather grip, flanked by micarta at both ends, with a slick copper accent in between. Because let's face it, a little bit of flair never hurt anybody. This isn't just about looking good. Every piece has been molded to the exact tang size, ensuring zero movement. You could probably use this handle to hammer nails, and it still wouldn't budge. Not that you should, but you could. Then comes the pommel. Robert places it on top like the crown jewel, locking it down with a massive copper pin, because if something's worth doing, it's worth over-engineering. Finally, he tightens the pommel nut, sealing the deal like a knight donning his last piece of armor before battle. And behold, the blade. The blade forged in the fires of perseverance, frustration, and a few father-son teachable moments. Read, a whole lot of swearing. This isn't just any knife, folks. This is the culmination of all our past failures. Literally. Every blade that didn't make the cut, pun absolutely intended, got chopped up, crammed into a canister, and reborn as this glorious masterpiece. It's like a phoenix. But if the phoenix was a Bowie fighter that could make Davy Crockett reconsider his life choices. In fact, if old Davy got a look at this knife, he'd probably whisper sweet nothings to it behind his original Bowie's back. It's not what it looks like, I swear. But deep down, we all know, this knife is the one. The ultimate upgrade. The kind of knife that makes other knives feel inadequate. Now let's talk Damascus. Unlike some makers who like their blades darker than their ex-girlfriend's soul, Robert prefers shiny. So, to bring out the pattern, we packed the canister with 1084 powder and 5% nickel. Why? Because when dunked in acid, the steel without nickel darkens, and the nickel-rich layers stay bright. The result? A pattern so stunning that Robert calls it his topographical map pattern. And he's not wrong. But let's be real. If a landscape actually looked like this, it would be a hiking death trap. Blade stats. Blade length to guard, 11 inches. Handle, guard to pommel, 4.5 inches. Overall length, 15 and 7/8 inches. Width, 1 and 5/8 inches. Thickness, 9/32 inches. Weight, 1 pound, 8 ounces. This knife, it's not just a showpiece, it's a fighter. Not in a gentleman's duel at dawn way, but in a wake up and choose violence kind of way. You don't wield this knife, it wields you. Leave it alone for too long and it might just start picking fights with your kitchen cutlery. Your butter knives, terrified. Your steak knives, feeling insecure. Your machete, considering retirement. So there you have it, folks, the blade. A knife so fine, so lethal, and so good-looking that even Davy Crockett himself would have to admit, damn, I might need to rethink my whole brand. And there you have it, folks, the birth of a true warrior's blade. From a pile of failed attempts to a masterpiece that could make Davy Crockett rethink his loyalties, this knife has been through it all. Every piece, every detail, locked in place with precision and purpose. It's not just a knife, it's a statement, a fighter. A blade that looks so good might just start demanding its own display case or a throne. So whether you're here for the craftsmanship, the chaos, or just to see Robert work his magic, we appreciate you. Stay sharp, stay safe, and keep forging. See you in the next one. Ironhead Forge out.